Hello everybody, welcome to Phoenix Raceway for week 9, the CTC Cup Series. As always, starting underway with qualifying. Trenton Sneed on top of the board right now. He ran a 26:39. Around for his second lap. Oh, he got the wall a little bit on exit. His first lap will be his fastest. Michael Christopher looks like he's out making his lap. Third place goes Mike Chris, 26:60. Dave Hoytsman got a lap in. A second right now. Not improve on the first lap. To four. Oh, he will. 26:62 up to fourth. Like Giglio out on track now. Apologies if my microphone's humming, being told by somebody. I don't even know where to start to fix that, unfortunately. So if it's still doing it, I apologize. Alrighty, today's race is going to be at Phoenix, obviously. It's a 1 mile track, not much banking on it, so around 26-second lap times, I think 70 to 80 laps of fuel. Very cool temperature, 68 degrees, so should be pretty easy for these guys to get grip. But, you know, if you break that grip, it'll probably be easy to go around as well, so you have to be super careful. Obviously, this is week 9 of the regular season. So I got this race, and then Talladega next week, and the regular season will be over. Top 10 will lock into the chase and run 4 races to decide the champion. Before the race starts, going to go over standings really quick. On your screen there, standings after last week at Rockingham. Blake Giglio getting his 3rd win of the season, but unfortunately he doesn't get any playoff points for those wins, so he's just gonna have to restart. He's gonna get 5,050 points to start out the chase if he can hold that lead spot. But 5 drivers locked in right now with the wins. They all met minimum race start, so they will lock in. The rest of those 6 spots will be determined in these last 2 races. That will be interesting to watch. But right now we'll get the grid.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
The screen there. Blake Giglio on the pole. Trenton Sneed on his outside. Quinn Newton gonna start 3rd. Mike Christopher starts 4th. Dave Hoitzman in 5th. Gabriel Truesdale in 6th. Shane Wielden in 7th. Zach Swicegood starts 8th. Jonathan Ledger starts 9th. Harry Grindell starts 10th. Andrew Beach back in 11th. Cliff Mullins in 12th. Beyond that, we got Daniel Llewellyn in 13th. Patrick Gentner in 14th. Lucky Carlick in 15th. And rounding out our smaller 16-car field tonight is Jeff Price. So these guys will make their way around, go green this time. Obviously smaller field tonight, so should be some more green flag runs. I think a lot of these guys fighting to get in the chase right now, so it'll be interesting to watch. They come down the backstretch. Ready to come through turn 3, take the green flag.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. The caution is out? No, sorry. Disregard that. It is not a caution. Now it's a caution. Oh, we got the 22 sideways. Like also the 97. A little bit of damage to those cars, but not too much. It's like maybe a case of cold tires. We'll have to see. But we had 2 cars. Looks like separate incidents go around there. Take a look at it. Check out 97 first. Oh yeah, looks like cold tires got in the corner a little too hot. Then up toward the front, Mike Christopher gets loose off of turn 2. A little bit of wall contact, but so those cars are both pretty good to go. But they'll head it down, take it down pit road, get some damage fixed. But only about half lap of race in there, so we didn't get to see much. Didn't get to see who's got the speed so far to start out the run. I'll have to wait for the restart. So, just to reiterate on the points, obviously those top 5 locked in. I think just Blake, Andrew, and Harry here tonight. But got Trenton Sneed, with the lead of the non-winners. Mike Christopher out there, he was just involved in that incident, so hopefully he can get back up. And then, you know, Lucky Car like Daniel, they're looking to get in the chase, so anything helps. They come, getting ready to go back green, coming down the backstretch. They can go at any time down this backstretch, so we'll see if Blake decides to wait until the restart zone. I think he will. It's the sportsmanship way to do it. Side by side for the lead, Quinn Newton sends it into turn 1 and takes the lead from Blake Giglio. But Quinn Newton gonna lead lap 6. Maybe just burning his tires off a little bit, hoping to keep the lead. But I know Quinn, one of those guys, pretty good at Phoenix. He's going to be one to watch out for tonight. But you got Blake Giglio behind him. 3 wins this season so far. That's going to be tough to contend with. Back through the field. We got a battle back here. 37 and the 19 side by side. Out of turn 2 they go. Still a drag race down the backstretch. This is for 6th place. 19, a little bit of right side damage. Maybe caught the wall a little bit. Or maybe got damage in the first incident, not sure. Either way, it's probably hurting him a little bit. Pick the 19, gonna nose out ahead into turn 3 with a bit of a send. 37 gets the run on the bottom, and he'll clear him going through the dog leg. They're still side by side. We're going through 1 and 2 now. .37 finally going to make the pass. Hold on to 6th place, and Andrew Beach now side by side with the 19. Oh, the 28's loose. Looks like he saved it. It's a good save off turn 2. Back up to the lead. Quinn Newton's still out front. 0.3 of a second gap to second. It's like top 3 kind of pulling away, but Trenton Sneed's hanging on. Focus on the lead for now. It's the closest battle on track. Quinn Newton taking that dog leg. Have to wonder if it's killing his tires a little bit. Oh, he's super loose off of turn 2. That was a good save, but it's going to give up the lead to Blake Giglio and Harry Grindell. I'm going to give a quick replay of that. Right on board with Quinn. Sorry, that was a little far back. So here he is coming through turn 2. Out the corner. Oh, sorry, that's not the correct lap. Alright, well, I tried. Back up to the lead. Don't want to miss anything. Blake Giglio and Harry Rundell. The battle for the lead right now. But Quinn Newton and Trenton Sneed, 3rd and 4th, they're pretty close. But a lot of single file racing here in Phoenix. That's just how it is here. We are 15 laps in now. This 112 lap event. Back toward the back of the field, there's a bit of a group back here. It's like Cliff Mullins back to about the 19, the 22, sorry. A lot of cars grouped together. Looks like Andrew Beach able to get by the 25. Max Weisgood and Mike Christopher. They're both LH Motorsports drivers. Bumper to bumper with each other. Back, Shane Wilden falling back to 10th with that damage, but still top 10, still holding on pretty good. His teammate Patrick Gentner, like an 11th. Daniel Llewellyn holding strong, not too much damage. Well, I think he's got a clean car. Pretty good for Daniel. I'm just kidding. Daniel knows I'm joking. Back to 13th, got Dave Hoytsma and Jonathan Ledger and Lucky. So look at our pit stops. Obviously, nobody's pit yet in the top 8. Look at everybody else. Yeah, obviously, everybody pitting on lap 2 that had damage, but nothing else really happening. So a lot of those guys, they're definitely not going to make it to on fuel to the end. So if this stays green, somewhere probably halfway, I'm guessing 60 to 70. They'll head down pit road, take tires and fuel, try to split it in half. So, gonna cross for lap 26 this time. Not too much happening out on track. Not a big surprise. Phoenix is a pretty tame track when it comes to cautions and wrecking and stuff like that. But that coupled with 15 cars on track, it's gonna make for a pretty clean race and a lot of good battling going on track right now. I think Blake Giglio might be pulling away from the 70 just a little bit. So, well, not much is happening. Just want to say again, don't miss next week. It's our regular season finale. We'll crown a regular season champion, as well as we'll have a great race at Talladega. Should be a lot of good pack racing. Probably have a lot of cars there. Should be a fun time. Good thing to watch. So don't miss it. Next week, same time as always. I'm so sorry. That was the wrong button. So, lap 30. On about a 25 lap flag, green flag run. These guys starting to feel the effects of tire wear. And Quinn Newton pushing it so hard at the start of this race and getting loose has just killed his tires. He's fallen back 4 seconds off those 2 liters. And he looks like he's washing up in turn 3, so not much left. Might be thinking about pit road here soon, but I think it's a little early. You never know what these guys are going to try to do. You pull a 2-stop strategy. They got plenty of tires for it. They got 4 extra sets. Oh, I think he's shifting. Right on board with Quinn. See what he's doing. I think I heard a shift in turn 3. Oh, shift in turn 1 too. Yeah, Quinn Newton trying out the downshifts in the corners. Check out the leaders, see what they're doing. They're catching lap traffic right now. Harry doesn't do it in turn 1. We'll see if he does it in turn 3. No downshift for Harry Brunel. Pick up Blake Giglio. That's the teammate of Quinn, so maybe relaying some information to each other. But no downshift for the 16, so it looks like Quinn Newton is trying out a different strategy. But, you know, he's holding that gap, so it could be working for him. I don't know, though. Don't know. Alright, so the 87 and the 28 going a lap down. 23 just in front of the leader. Looks like he's got some left rear damage. Don't know what happened there. Ooh, left side. So sun's starting to come down right now. The track might be cooling off even more. Around 68 degrees. I think the wind has died down a little bit, so the track's gonna be changing just a little bit for these guys, but this is the middle of the desert, so weather not gonna change too much in terms of humidity or anything like that. Looks like 5th on back. Bit of a battle going on. The 4 car catching the 8 as well as the 8 car catching the 37 who went down to the dog leg. Thought he wrecked. Alright, he's alright. What a loose for Zach there. Gonna allow the 22 to get by him. Maybe. '22 moves up into 7th. But that pulled them way off of these guys up front. Lap 41 now. $72 laps to go. Blake Giglio still out front, pulling a 2nd lead in 2nd place, but those two have a 5-second lead on the rest of the field. A very spread out racing here at Phoenix. That is usually how it goes. But don't make a mistake with pit strategy, because that caution can come out at any time. All it takes is somebody getting loose into the corner or misjudging a pass, and you got yourself trapped a lap down. It takes a long time to get around this pit road. Like Gabriel Truesdale trying to make the pass on the 20. Not gonna be able to do it. The 20 might have been making the pass in the 25. Yeah, I'm sorry. So the 20 was making the pass to the 25. He will complete that. Move up into 9th place. Look at the last times on track. Looks like Jonathan Ledger taking it down pit road. A lap 46. Not quite halfway there. Maybe trying a 2-stop strategy. Maybe just a short pit, hoping for a caution later on. Oh, there's halfway. Nope, sorry, not halfway. 66 to go in the race. So Jonathan Ledger finishing his pit stop, goes back out on track. Fortunately, I think he was a lap down. He'll be 3 now, so he lost 2 laps with the pit. So that's the risk you take. If caution comes out now, he's going to be stuck 3 laps down rather than 1. He's got to hope there's no caution till the rest of the field comes down pit road. I don't think it's going to happen for another 10 or 20 laps. Blake Giglio coming down the backstretch. He is getting ready to lap up to probably 10th here in a little bit. Like tons of speed tonight. He's running that EXT Racing throwback. A week late on the throwback paint, but I still respect it. Harry Grindelli's making up time. He's up to 0.8 of a second back. So those tires may be coming into play, coming back to Harry. Maybe losing a little bit of tire for Blake Giglio out there. Shane Wilden gonna take it up pit road. But 60 to go, so almost halfway. The 97 got in the wall a little bit. No harm, no foul. Blake extending that lead just a little bit again. So these two leaders kind of yo-yoing back and forth, but they've stayed a second or less apart pretty much this whole run. The rest of the field 10 seconds behind them and counting. This stays green, those two might be able to lap everybody. That's crazy to think about. Mike Christopher takes it down pit road. That's halfway in the race. Lap 56. Took a good entry for Mike. Takes it in his pit box. Obviously going to take those tires. Dave Hoytsman taking it down pit road. Mike Christopher going to cycle out. Once he gets out of the pits, he's going to be 2 laps down. So again, he's going to be hoping that a caution does not come out right now. Comes the leader. So it's going to leave 9 people on the lead lap. So all 9 on the lead lap have not pit yet. But getting into some green flag pit stops, I like to see it. Harry now kind of falling back. Lost about 2/10 since we last checked up. I think we'll see him come in for some tires soon. Maybe try to short pit, get in front of Blake. That dirty air is definitely a big factor in keeping somebody behind you. Zach Swicegood taking it on pit road. Gonna pit from 6th, I think? 7th? 7th. So Zach Swicegood coming down a little bit past halfway. He'll most likely go 2 laps down as well. I think unless you're a leader, you're gonna lose 2 laps on a pit stop right now. Just back out on track, 12th place. Gonna take a look back at this pit stop strategy. You can see Mike Christopher, Zach Swicegood, Shane Wilden, Dave Hoitzman, Jonathan Ledger all coming on pit road at some point. Mike Christopher having the newest. No, I'm sorry, Zach Swicegood having the newest. He just pit. But the rest of that top 9 have not come down pit road on this run. Win Newton, a pit from 3rd place. I think he had enough. He's going to take those tires. Trent Sneed also coming in this lap. Harry Grindell down pit road. That's from 2nd place. So it looks like Quinn Newton going to be the one to pull those guys down. Or just kind of all thinking the same. Blake Giglio coming on pit road, that's your leader. Gabriel Truesdale down, Daniel Llewellyn down. Catch up with these guys that pit before. But Newton gonna cycle back out on track. Harry Grindell as well, Trenton Sneed. He came in a lap later than those two. I think we go ahead into his box. Patrick Gentner comes down pit road. Trenton Sneed down and away. '23's down and away. Comes Gabe. Blake coming back out on track. See where he'll cycle out. Looks like 4th place right now. 17 seconds behind all the 3 guys who have not pit yet on the lead lap. It's going to be Cliff Mullins, Andrew Beach, and oh, Harry Grindell was able to get in front of Blake. I'm sorry. So Harry with the 1 lap short pit able to pull about a second on Blake. Oh, he's got a little bit of lap traffic in front of him. Cliff Mullins and Andrew Beach heading down pit road. The last 2 we were waiting for, I think. Look back at the pit stops. So, yeah. Last one will be Lucky Car Lek. But Harry Grindell getting the lead back on a little bit of strategy. We'll see where those guys who waited a little bit longer will cycle out. I think they will lose a lot of time having to wait, but I like the strategy call. If the yellow had come out, they would have been sitting pretty good. Just weren't able to get that caution. Oh, close battle for third and fourth. Close battle for first and second. And a pretty close battle for fifth and sixth, although not as close as the front four. Those leaders lapping up to eighth now, but I think Andrew Beach should be able to unlap himself with those newer tires. He came in about 5 laps after those leaders, so they have new enough tires. Cliff Mullins also with those newer tires. But it all depends on if he's burning them right now. Looks like he's saving a little bit. I think Harry's burning it, trying to keep it in the lead. The longer he can hold that lead with 40 to go, the higher chance of a caution, and the higher chance Blake also burns him off. But I know Blake Giglio, he's one of those guys. I think he knows what Harry's trying to do right now. He's not going to be pushing that hard, not going to fall into that trap. You never know. Like Trenton Snead able to get up to third place. That's as high as he's going to be able to go without a caution right now. He's 14 seconds behind those leaders. But he did have 1 lap newer tires, came in a lap later than Quinn, so I think that's how he was able to get around him. So it looks like coming down that backstretch, the sun's kind of in these guys' eyes. Might make it a little difficult for passing and entering the corner. These guys moving pretty fast on these new tires now. Blake Giglio kind of reeling in that 70. Lost a little bit on the exit of turn 4 there, but just kind of taking it easy, keeping those tires cool so you can make the pass later on if it comes to them. But I'd be a little worried if I were Blake. I don't want to sit in that dirty air for too long. He'll burn his front tires off. It might make it difficult to pass Harry. But he doesn't want to wait too long, but he doesn't want to push too hard and kill his tires. It's a fine line. And that's how a lot of Phoenix races go. More mind games and mental games than actual racing. Lucky Carlick finally coming down pit road. I think he pushed it to the end of his fuel run. So about 80 laps worth. Having to come in now. I was meaning to look. The Dave Weitzman looks like he didn't take his fast car in the pit. I was wondering if he'd save it. Hope for a late race yellow or something. Looks like Zach's wife's good. Mike Christopher caught him a little bit. But Mike Chris with those 5-lap older tires, it's going to be tough to hang on to the 4 car. The leader's right behind 5th and 6th. I didn't even realize it. So you got the leaders about to pass 5th and 6th and put him a lap down. And he's going to hold Harry Grindell up a little bit. Obviously not wanting to go a lap down, and Harry got in the wall. Got kind of pinched to the outside, I think. That kind of opened the door for Blake Giglio, but he's not there yet. So lapped up to 6th place now. Top 5 still in the lead lap. 29 laps to go. Only 2 cautions tonight. No, 1 caution. Sorry. 1 caution on lap 1. And we've been green ever since. So, bit of a group here. Heading down the front stretch. Looks like Blake Giglio now to the inside of Harry Grindell. With that dirty air is slowing up the 70 of Harry Grindell just a little bit. Allowed Blake Giglio to make the move. The 16 going to try to use the 4 as a pick going down the backstretch. Oh, the 4 gets loose off the nose of the 70. And that's going to be our 2nd caution of the night. Those two haven't fused the last few weeks, and I think it just boiled over. We're going to take a look back at that. Coming on to turn 2 right here. On board with the 70. Head into turn 3. It looks like just kind of braked a little late. And yeah, what else to say about that? I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys what you saw. But the field heading down pit road now. I think the 4 had to tow it. His car destroyed. Good night for him. He was sitting in 5th place. That's going to put everybody on new tires. It's going to be about 22 to go when we go back green. And several guys stay out, it looks like. I'm sorry, people that were a lap down, they're going to either be trying to get a wave around or pit later. So Michael Christopher getting the lucky dog. And right behind the 37, looks like going to take the wave around. Back on the lead lap. Oh, looks like 2 to green right now. Those guys, one lap down, they're going to take a wave around. Cliff Mullen's going to lead those wave around cars. They're going to try to race back around and catch up with the field. So that's going to leave 8 cars on the lead lap. Harry Grindell gonna take the lead here, get us racing. Those wave around cars in the background and catch them back up. But he didn't catch him in time. It looks like we're gonna head green right now. There it is, green flag's out. 16 dives way below down in the dog leg. I don't think Blake's gonna sit around this time. He's gonna want to get behind by that 70. That was the problem I was talking about, waiting so long. I know he was trying to save those tires, but a caution or incident happens and he might get stuck behind him. So now he's on even tires and he's gonna have to work his way the normal way around him. So these guys getting a little spread out. Blake can be right on the tail of Harry Grindell. But no moves yet, just trying to get caught back up to that bumper. Quinn Newton in third, able to take back third place from Trent and Sneed. Mike Christopher now in fifth. I think all those guys that took the wave around started a little farther back, so they're going to be fighting an uphill battle to start. Like Zach Swicegood was able to get back out on track, took his quick repair, but unfortunately 3 laps down after the tow. Nothing you can do, car wouldn't fire up. Blake Giglio looks like he's going to make the move now into turn 1. Right on the quarter panel of the 70, but does not keep the run going. Just to fall back in line. Another good run off turn 4. So move now into turn 3. Oh, Blake's really loose on the bottom. Luckily the 70 gave him a little bit of room. He really sent it into the corner that time. It's tough to make passes in 3 and 4 at this track. It's tough to make passes period at this track, but especially in 3 and 4. You might try it again. Harry gonna block the bottom this time. That's the best line in 3. Like going with a crossover. Harry's super loose on the top. Gonna open the door for Blake. Oh! Harry down into the 16! Very apologetic over the radio as it's happening. So those guys making some huge contact there in the dog leg. I think Harry expected him to go lower, but just a little miscommunication. Blake's gonna take over the lead. That could have been way worse than it was. So near caution, those two able to sort it out and keep it straight. But that allows Quinn Newton to catch up a little bit. Trenton Sneed right behind him as well. The top 5 all within about 2 seconds. But all those cars that took the wave around, again, you know, stuck a little farther back. They're hoping for another caution to take tires. Oop, 22 getting the wall a little bit. So 10 to go at the line. Looks like a little bit more wall contact in turn 4. Maybe Trenton Sneed getting the wall a little bit. So Harry Gardell falling off a little bit. I think his damage on that left front's hurting him. That left front fender, a little bit of contact with the 16 gave him probably some aero damage. I'm sure it's not helping. Eight to go here at Phoenix. 8 cars still in the lead lap. Trent Sneed doing his very best to catch Quinn Newton. I know he's been pushed it pretty hard these last few laps trying. Those two are just dead even though. You know, the both of them fighting it real hard for that 3rd spot. But 28 going another lap down right there. Zach Swice good as well. They go another lap down. I'm assuming. Got the leader right behind him. So obviously our second caution of the night was between the 4 and the 70, and the 70 is coming up behind the 4 right now. You'd hope these guys keep it clean and race respectfully and handle it after the race, but you never know with race car drivers, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully nothing. 5 to go right now. Four to go. Trent Sneed real close up on Quinn Newton now. Might be a battle for 3rd. Pretty good right now. We're riding on board with Trent Steen, trying to catch up to Quinn Newton in third. That lap traffic's going to hold him off turn 2. Back up to the front, Blake Giglio still out front. Harrigan down in second, falling off a little bit, trying to get past the 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Blake Giglio. He's got about a 2-second gap. Unless he makes a huge mistake, I don't think anything crazy will happen. Holding off Trent Sneed for that 3rd spot. And into turns 3 and 4. Blake Giglio out of turn 4, going to take the win. Back for 3rd place. Looks like Quinn Newton will take 3rd. This guy's coming across the line. Alright, there's everybody across the line. Good race tonight. Only 2 cautions. Blake Giglio taking the win. Blake Giglio burning it down, getting the 2nd win in a row, 3rd win in a row. I can't remember. Sorry, I can't remember. I just want to check. Sorry. So Blake, this will be his 2nd win in a row. He also won last week at Rockingham. But his 4th win of the season. I think he's trying to make his way to victory lane right now. Top 3 to the waiting room, please. There it is, parking it in victory lane. Doing burnouts in victory lane. We'll get him in here, see what he's got to say. Blake Giglio, it's Lucas up in the booth. You got me?
What going on?
What is going on, Blake? That was a phenomenal race from you. That caution almost mixed things up, but you were able to get back in front. You know, how did that race go for you? How are you feeling after that whole pit stop halfway and then the caution?
Yeah, I think that as soon as I tried to use it, I used Zach as a pick. I knew that, you know, Zach obviously can't let you go there. He's racing for trying to extend the lead lap because in case something like that happens. So I tried using him as a pick, went under him. I don't know what happened. All I saw is Zach go flipping upside down. So I don't know if he braked early, Harry drove it in. I don't really know what happened, but he got back out in front of us there after that pit stop, and I just wheeled and dealed it. Not really much you can do there besides try hard as you can, and we almost died, but we survived.
You almost died, but you survived. That seems like a Phoenix kind of quote there, but you know, it was a good race for you tonight. That long green flag run, was that a good time? You know, Phoenix can be one of those tracks where it's either fun or not fun on a long green run, but it looked like it was loose and hard to drive and fun to drive. What was it for you?
Yeah, that was the exact thing. It was a blast. Anytime you're not pounding tight in the Gen 6, it's a lot of fun. So we were loose, racing all race with it. You really had to have an eggshell under your pedal, but other than that, it was a great race.
Well, that's awesome. You know, congrats to you on the first. Any other words or shout outs or anything like that?
Yeah, shout out to you for broadcasting. Shout out to CTC Racing, M9 Sim Sport, Jake Swanson, Shock Technology, Apex Auto Glass. Just everyone that's on there, Low Drag Esports. We got EXT on the car.
Just waiting for you to mention
bring that back
EXT.
out. So, yeah, just everyone there, and everyone puts this on every week.
Well, yeah, congrats to you again. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week at Talladega.
Yep, thank you.
All right, so that was Blake Giglio. Try to get Harry Grindell in for an interview. Hey, Harry, it's Lucas in the booth. Got me?
Yeah, I've got you.
Well, you led a few laps. You had a good race tonight. Just a little bit of contact at the end. It's kind of sealed your fate, but you had a good run. A lot of green flag racing tonight. A lot different from the rest of the season. How was it for you?
Yeah, I mean, tonight was a fun race. I actually got to fight for it this race, which is refreshing, and huge kudos to Blake. I've apologized profusely several times for the contact we had on the restart. I'll do it again. I thought he was going to cut down to the apron a bit further, and yeah, I got into him. So again, huge apology for that, but he saved it. I saved it. We kept going, and yeah, second place, great points day. Led a few laps. I knew that his teammates were going to try and check me up as I came to him. Christopher did it sort of middle of 4. I managed to get to the outside of him, and as we came back into 1, not into 1, so into 3. Yeah, I think Swipes was going to try the same thing, and either I wasn't ready or he hit the brakes a bit early. I don't know, but slight nudge, and then he went right into the wall. Wasn't the intention, but it is what it is. Last week was messy. This week was messy. I knew something would happen, but yeah, overall good race. I mean, second, survived those incidents, got second. That counts for something. And yeah, hopefully, and next week's Dega, so next week won't be much cleaner, but we'll hope for it to be maybe a little less dubious next week.
Yeah, next week, I wouldn't get your hopes up, but it should be fun for you. You're locked into the chase, obviously, with the win. So, it's not much to worry about next week, but this week, good points stay as well, so it's going to seed you good for the chase. So, yeah. Good points day. You got any other shout-outs or words or anything like that?
Yeah, Team Kamikaze, obviously. Big thanks to everything they do. We're running a few other leagues. I've got, I think I've got like 5 or 6 teammates in the V8 Supercars League we're running. So huge shout-out to them and the push that we're doing right now. Nesquik, Toyota, yourself for broadcasting and putting this on. You have to put up with a lot of dumb stuff because of us, and I apologize for that, but thank you for sticking through it. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. Congrats on the second place. See you next week at Dega.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, Quinn Newton, you got me?
I got you.
Well, Quinn, you had a good night. You're running top 5 and 3rd, 4th all night. Just couldn't get up to those 2 leaders. They were in another league, it seemed like, but still a good points night. You still had a good race, kept the car clean. How was the race for you?
I like the way it drove. The setups felt fine. I'm just not as fast as those guys. And once when I was out front there and I got low, it was all over. Just watching them drive away. But I'll take 3rd. Good points night. Move on to next week.
Yeah, next week Talladega. So it should be a good time. Maybe get that win.
Think, oh, Talladega! It's either gonna be really good or really bad.
Yeah, Talladega is one of those tracks. I think just a lot of luck, but maybe the luck will turn around for you, and you'll get.
You never know.
Nice spot in the playoffs and the chase. I think you were pretty much locked in going into next week unless something crazy happens. So, that's got to feel good. And tonight it was a lot of green flag racing. How was the car for you? How did it feel?
Oh, it was good. Apparently, you gave away my shifting.
I did notice that. I had to point it out. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the 1 and 2, it was not good. You just got too much coming out of the turn there. It was too much gas just wanted to turn. But 3 and 4 there, it actually worked pretty good. I ran some faster laps than Blake was running, but so I found something there. I liked it. I was able to keep trending off until I didn't have a great pit stop. I think I need after the caution. I'll take it. It was a good point stay, like I said. I needed it. So.
Yeah, great night all around. Any shout outs or words or anything like that?
No.
All right. Well, thanks
Blake,
for joining
Blake,
us.
Blake suck.
Oh,
No problem. 100%. Anytime.
Blake sucks. Is that what you're gonna say?
Well, yeah, Blake sucks, and I appreciate you having me on here. It's always a great time.
Well, I agree with the Blake sucks. But
100%.
oh, you're racing 100%.
That's right.
All right. Well, I'll see you,
Alrighty.
Quinn. Congrats on the 3rd place.
All right.
See you next week at Dega.
I'll give it.
Alrighty, so that concludes our interviews of the night. That concludes the race for tonight. Thanks everybody for joining me. It was a fun night all around. Not much else to say. There was a lot of green flag racing. I think I think I'm all tuckered out, but I appreciate everybody watching. And yeah, we'll see you next week at Dega. Obviously, should be a fun time. We'd love to see everybody there. And yeah, don't make sure not to miss it. But yep, that's gonna do it for me. I'm Luke Hoitzma, CTC Racing Network, signing out.